Defiler is going to be coming out shortly, and those are going to be a significant problem for Mind. He does have a good number of tanks out, and the tanks will do splash damage inside the swarm, but the Goliaths and the Vultures are going to be totally negated. I guess the Vulture Mines won't be, so Mine's still very effective under Swarm, but another command center going down for Mind. So, Mind, it looks like, has Mind out as main. There's a couple of idle SCVs there that indicate that. Yeah, if he can take this extra base, I think he will be at a significant economic advantage. Big Hydra force now, lots and lots of Hydras all over the map. But Calm is being very cautious, doesn't want to throw them straight into a big wall of siege tanks. It looks like he might be going for a pincer attack. You can see on the minimap two big forces moving out in parallel directions at different points on the map. One of those forces is going to clash with Mind's big battle line there at the south. Tons and tons of mines there. The mine's doing some damage, but not a ton. But meanwhile, lots of tanks in the background, and those tanks are going to take down lots of Hydras. Oh, more tanks now. Finally sieging up. Hydra's pressing in to try to get close, but Hydra's just melting under that tank fire. Wow. Great mechanized play by Mind here. Oh, and a Mind taking out the last three Hydras. So, decisive victory there in the field for Mind. And that force at the top, I don't know what happened to that. Maybe that attacked simultaneously and got destroyed. We saw a couple of Overlords and some Hydralisks there, but I don't know. Calm had two big forces, and we saw what happened to one of them. I don't know where the other one is now. Well, Hydra being trapped in a lurker egg prison there. And now Mind is pushing, and Mind feels confident that since he's broken the back of this first army, he can move in. But Hydra is now streaming around, and they're going to do an end around on Mind's army. Mind's going to push in anyway. It looks like a bunch of lurkers out here, but those siege tanks will be pretty good at dealing with lurkers. Mind has a backup force that's going to move in and try to clean up this base, but more Hydras coming in, and Mind may actually be in a little bit of trouble at this base. I think he's got that command center building there too, and that's bad for him, but at the same time, he's pressing in with an absolutely gigantic force here. And now that he's got siege tanks covering that ramp, this is going to be really, really bad for Calm. Calm's still doing damage here, and if he somehow manages to come out of this with his tech intact, I think he'll be in a lead, but I don't think he's going to be able to do that. Yeah, especially with the ability to just siege at the bottom of that ridge and calm that up to the top and just blast his way through those lurkers and take down those hatcheries and everything. Moving a few lurkers in cleverly to try to get some pot shots off in the tank, but not going to be enough. Even with that Dark Swarm, those three siege tanks will be able to take out the lurker, I think. So I'm going to shoot. But the 3 o'clock base has gone down totally. So Calm is giving almost as good as he gets. And they're showing Mind is... Oh, Mind did get 2 command centers floated off, actually. So I guess neither of the command centers that were going down, or... Well, I'm not sure where that second command center is coming from anyway. But once Mind reasserts map control, he's going to have no problem picking up additional bases. His force has been dwindled down a little bit, but he is falling back here. So I guess the lurker defense was decently effective after all. Calm's natural did go down, and he lost a hatchery at his mineral only. But now Calm is able to push out. But Mind, with those forces that have fallen back, is going to be able to reclaim the 3 o'clock, claim at least 1, maybe 2 of the bases at the top right. So Mind, I think, firmly in the lead at this point. This big attack force is coming in. It's going to be spotted, and Mind's going to be able to set up a defense against it. Mind's force is a little bit fragmented here. Just these 2 siege tanks being caught off in isolation. So Mind's going to have to get his main force down here, but I think he has enough overall to hold off this attack. And once he does, he's going to be significantly in the lead in economic terms. Something like 3 mining bases to 2, I think. Maybe 3 to 3, but still that dramatically favors the Terran player. I don't know if they were indicating that something was building at the starport. It could only be a Wraith, I think. Maybe a Valkyrie. I'm not sure whether Valkyries require a control tower. I should probably know that. But decent Dark Swarms from Calm. Now he's going to press in, and this is going to be the last-ditch attempt to break this line of mines, and it's not going to work. Mind has too many forces there on the ground, and we'll see how long Calm is able to stay in the game. Now Mind's going in with Vultures to do some more harassment. Still very, very low drone saturation at that base for Calm. You can see Calm looking worried. He knows that his economy is just in tatters at this point. Oh, and another drone going down. Yeah, just 3 drones left. He's transferring away from gas. He needs the minerals now more than he needs the tech units. So Calm's going to try to reestablish his economy, but I think he's too far behind at this point. Another Hydra Force pressing out, but it's pretty small, and Mind has a big line of something back there. You can see the blob of white. Probably mainly Spider Mines, but still enough forces behind those Spider Mines that the Hydras aren't going to be able to press through. More drones being transferred down probably means that Calm has mined out his main and his mineral only. So Calm is down to just these 2 mining bases. Oh, clever lurker egg block there. And only 2 drones at that secondary. So these Vultures are going to be all mopped up, but and immediately on morphing the Hydra. Still a little bit of residual resources at the main and mineral only, but yeah, I mean, Calm's going to have to get something done, and Mind just has too many forces on the ground for it to happen. So excellently played game by Mind, and playing very cautiously, and that's sort of his style in general in every matchup. He doesn't, he's not usually the most sort of fast attacking, aggressive player. He'll wait and bide his time and be patient, and then when he has the opportunity and he knows he has sufficient forces on the ground, that's when he'll press out and inflict a really decisive blow, and that's what he did in this game. Probably at a couple of different points. First when he went down to that bottom left, and then when he pushed in on the natural. So yeah, Calm mounting a bit more of a defense, but yeah, huge force now pushing in for Mind, and as soon as this bottom left area goes down, Calm's just going to have to GG. He only has probably a control group of Hydralisks against a control group and a half of tanks and as many Goliaths. So yeah, he's going to push in, and he does GG. And so, well-played game. Very back and forth overall, and smart, aggressive play from Calm early on, but wasn't able to stand up to the macro and overall strategic smarts of his opponent. So the way Winners League works, we're going to see Mind playing for WeMade Fox again in the next set, and we will see someone else playing for STX Seoul. So I will see you there. This has been Hamilcar. Bye-bye.